Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and I, we got.
Recently, we took a look at some of the key transformations in anime, but transformations are only a small part of the broader topic that we're going over today. For this top 10 list, we're taking a look at power-up moments. Power-ups are a key part of shonen anime and can be made memorable, so in this edition of the top 10 list, we're going over some of the most impactful power-up scenes in select anime. Without further ado, let's begin.
Okay,
we're going to be watching some top 10 most impactful anime power-ups. Get right into it.
We'll kickstart this list with our ever-popular Dragon Slayer Natsu. For Natsu, his key power-up came in the battle against Jalal in the Tower of Heaven arc. Backed in a corner in a touch-and-go battle that could swing either way, Natsu is also doing one of the things he does best, eating. Now, we all know that Dragon Slayers can eat certain elements in order to recover their strength, but what happens if a fire dragon slayer consumes a material of pure energy much more than the fire that he typically eats? Ethereal Dragon Force, that's what. The shadow of a dragon manifests behind Natsu and his face transforms into one. With this new power-up, Natsu unleashes a flurry of attacks on Jalal to firmly take control of the fight. Overall, this is a pivotal moment for Fairy Tail's main protagonist, and it sets the expectations going forward.
But they're like my favorite.
This is when they fought Jalil, right? This is when they fought Jalil? Or Jalil? Was it Jalil?
Wait, no, that wasn't it. No, it wasn't.
Ninth on the list, we have Shiro's projection. Who said masters are weak? No one, actually. Especially those that watched this scene in Fate's Day Night Unlimited Blade Works. Just before this scene, you would have seen Kazuki prove to be more than a match for Saber and Rim. Turning his attention to our protagonist, Kazuki prepares to finish off Shiro, only for the latter to awaken his inner resolve. They say the strongest trigger for a protagonist's power-up is looking danger in the eye. It was one hell of a trigger for Shiro. Using the dormant magic circuits in his body, he activates his projection abilities and creates Kansho and Bakuya, Archer's trusted twin blades, turning the tide of the battle.
Nani? But you don't even know how to react to that.
Astar's demon form takes the number 8 spot on the list. We knew it would only be a matter of time, but Astar finally achieved one wicked demon transformation in his battle against Ladros. An evenly matched fight apparently comes to an end as Ladros barrages Astar with blasts. The former seeming victory against his foe gets thrown out the window, though, the moment Astar emerges with a black mass around his arm. It creates a horn and a wing, completing his demon transformation. Despite Ladros' attempts at gaining the momentum, Astar simply powers through his blasts. It was over the moment Astar entered this new form, really. Regardless, this new form represents a new and important step forward in the development of Astar's powers.
Good. That whole episode was too clean, the fighting.
Next, we take a look at Ichigo's Mugetsu. Overpowered villains require extreme measures, and Bleach's Aizen is by all means a good example of an overpowered villain. For Ichigo Kurosaki, the extreme measure came in the form of the final Getsuga Tensho and the attacks it grants the substitute Shinigami Mugetsu. In many ways, Mugetsu's a momentous power-up in Bleach. Ichigo's been a Shinigami for as long as we can remember, and when I first saw it, it took a while to sink in that in one attack, he'd stake everything and sacrifice it all. No longer would he be able to fight, go to Soul Society, or even be able to see ghosts. It's truly an all-or-nothing attack that seeks to end Aizen before the latter can continue evolving past Ichigo's power level.
And yet Aizen is still alive. It's fucking crazy to me. But he works his ass. Where's he going?
Rounding out the bottom half of the list is none other than Gold Experience Requiem.
I
Can we
haven't
really
gotten this
talk
far
about
on
JoJo
JoJo, have
power
you?
levels without going over Gold Experience Requiem? Do you all know that Requiem
started
stand
it?
spawned a lot of discussions and jokes due to how ridiculously overpowered it is? Can anyone beat Gold Experience Requiem is a common thread topic. Who can blame the people though? How could you top the ability to revert the state of things? And I don't mean puny healing, I really mean something more closely described as reverting actions and willpower to the state of zero. It also came out in an important part of the Golden Wind anime. Who among those who watch Golden Wind can forget how this stand absolutely demolished Diavolo, who got stuck in a death loop? Gold Experience Requiem is one broken power-up that raised the bar for JoJo's already wacky power level scale. Starting the upper half of our list is Eren's coordinate power. Well, this is a game changer. Who knew that these man-eating monsters that humanity feared for so long could be controlled? To see more comrades die is one thing, but to see one killed in the exact way that your mother was should be more than traumatizing. It finally was for Eren as he comes face to face with the smiling Titan. Encouraged by Mikasa's words, Eren yells in rage and faces the Titan head on. Letting loose a punch, he activates something that would soon be revealed as the coordinate ability. With this power, he unwittingly activates a command that sends all Titans within the vicinity into a furious charge. Seeing Eren unleash the coordinate ability for the first time opens up questions and mysteries. Luffy's Conqueror's Haki is fourth on our list. It's fitting that for a series full of battles and creative powers, one of the most impactful power-ups is an ability that doesn't involve direct fighting. Yep, I'm talking about Conqueror's Haki, an ability that allows the user to overwhelm others using willpower. The user, the one who possesses the power of a king, will render those with weak wills unconscious. During the Marineford arc, Whitebeard finds himself unavailable to intervene on Ace's execution. It's here that Luffy unleashes the ability once more, causing the executioners to faint. The pirate's reaction to the revelation that is actually the Conqueror's Haki is just priceless. Who knew that Luffy would be in possession of such an amazing ability?
Cause he's fucking Luffy. Luffy's the shit, bro. Oh shit. Even the Ombre Black Ops couldn't stop this.
So what do you do when the world and fate turn against you?
And you know who that is, right?
Broken power, of course, just like Obito did. Witnessing the death of Rin's a turning point in Obito's life. It takes certain strength to stay up when you see the girl you love die at the hands of a friend. Instead, Kakashi and Obito respectively awaken to the power of the Mangekyo Sharingan. Unlike traditional Mangekyo users, Obito doesn't seem bothered by none of those bleeding eye effects. It also gives him a nifty power in the form of his teleportation ability, Kamui. Kamui has become Obito's favorite ability since then, being the signature and most important part of his arsenal as Toby. After all, who can say no to intangibility and the ability to traverse dimensions? I guess that just shows how impactful Obito's Mangekyo is. Who knows what could have happened had his Mangekyo not awakened? Surely the history of the ninja world would have been a lot different.
What the hell? So you haven't?
I haven't watched Naruto since it was first.
No.
At At
Yes,
number
sir.
2, we
Of
have
course.
I just haven't
Gohan
watched
going
it.
Super
Gohan being
Saiyan
up here would be
2. A
top
lot of
3.
90s kids would have surely remembered this
Wonder what's number
transformation.
1.
Gohan entering Super
do you
Saiyan
think's
2
number
during
1?
the Cell arc was,
What?
in my experience,
What do you
one of the
think
most
is number
memorable
1?
power-ups
Most
back in the
impactful?
day. This happens after Cell crushes Android 16's head,
The
ending
only
his
one I've
short
ever
life.
watched
Touched by
really
the
out of
android's
it.
final words and enraged with his death, Gohan's
There isn't
rage
one I haven't
reaches its limit and transforms him into a
So
new
if they
level.
put an
Thanks
ad
to
on
this
there, they
moment, it's
probably
no
put
longer
me
about
that, brother.
Goku or Vegeta for the kids
Dragon
then.
Ball
In one
Z.
transformation, Gohan becomes the coolest character for many
But
of
I
us.
also just
After
think
all the
very
teasing
tough.
the
I say
show had
not-
about this form,
Amazing
seeing
fighting moments
Gohan
anyway.
entering it and dominating the Cell's juniors
I
was
say
a
either
breathtaking
another-
experience.
I
This
say a
leads to an
Goku one
exciting and hype showdown between Gohan
or
and Cell
Naruto
himself.
when he came back. That's what I wanted to say, but I don't know how current this was.
The moment
You know, the
deserving of the
season's
top spot
coming
on our
out
list
in,
of impactful power-ups is one that
should've
transcends
been
the
October,
medium.
but
Yep, not only
probably
was
gonna be the next
Tanjiro and
anime I'm
Nezuko's
watching.
power-up against Rui a
It comes
key
out
moment in the
November,
show,
December,
it's
probably,
probably the one that allowed Demon Slayer to transcend anime into pop
I want more
culture,
episodes
much
of
like
Doctor
Attack
Stone.
on Titan did half a decade ago.
Stone?
The fight
Really?
against Rui is nothing too
It's coming.
special on the surface of it. Protagonists fight villains, they start losing, a timely flashback revitalizes their resolve, and they get a power-up to finish with a win. But a fight's more than a sequence of events,
Hey, if
especially
you guys
in a
haven't
medium like
watched,
anime. Besides the noteworthy animation, the
time I got
soundtrack and
reincarnated
voice
as a
acting
slime,
was
you guys should
on
probably go
point.
check
That
that
is
out.
It all
a
leads to this
good
power-up
one.
moment, leaving
And it's funny.
goosebumps all over those who watch
The
this
new
show. If
season's
Demon Slayer
dropping
wasn't already on the map, this power-up
soon,
moment
or
sure
it's
put it
already
there.
dropped.
With its engaging story and visuals,
No.
the Demon Slayer deserves it.
So
It's a
it's probably
work of
I
art.
think it's not dropping.
Also, you guys should check out Plunder,
That's a good one. That is
God of
a
High
really
School,
good-
Tower of God, and some others. Ooh! So in this, if you have seen it
And
or
that
haven't
does it
seen
for
it, he
today.
didn't
Take
get
note
the
that this
kill.
ranking is purely based on my opinion, so I'd really love to hear
Until
your
the
take
end.
on these rankings. I'm sure that you have other power-ups in mind, so why don't you